Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Waryanti. Today, I wanna talking about skimming and scanning. So, what about skimming and what about scanning? And then, so in general, the definitions of skimming and scanning have the same have the same uh, something have the same something in common, namely a method that both aims to read quickly. And then about the definition of skimming. Skimming is reading quickly. This is done only to find the main ideas of the writing, usually found in uh, each paragraph. Usually found in each paragraph, so you can get the gist of the writing part. Some specific like articles, examples, stories, narratives, and other unimportant details can be skipped. Skimming is often applied to the activity of reading message, newspapers, magazines, and other similar things. This is also really needed when someone is in a hurry. However, the weakness of skimming is that often students' understanding of writing can be incomplete, which can result in misperceptions. And then, meanwhile about scanning is an inseparable part of scanning activities. But both are methods that have the same aim, namely increasing students' understanding of reading content in a relatively short time. So scanning is part of a more in-depth skimming. In the case, the scan leads to more specific and very core things. For examples, like dates, places, times, etc. Usually, scanning is applied when reading journals and encyclopedias. As for the main difference between scamming and scanning is the activity. Scanning is the process of searching for needed information when the necessary information is obtained. You can immediately stop reading. Meanwhile, scanning is the general process of searching for information per important part. Skimming is the process of reading quickly without detail. So, meanwhile, Scanning is the process of learning to read information in more detail and specific. Scanning is an inseparable part of scanning activities, but are methods that have the same aim, namely increasing student understanding and then of understanding of reading content in relatively short time. The scamming technique doesn't read the text word for word in depth, but just take the main idea of each paragraph and skip the unimportant ones. This is a difference from scanning, which is more specific, fast reading. The text example of skimming is when reading a novel and just skimming to get the gist of the story. This certainly saves time. Besides that, it can improve reading speed. For examples of scanning include, like I said earlier, the first search for exam sets of the exam location plan in class, and second one, search for holiday dates or read dates on the calendar. And the last, number 3, find and locate lecture rooms on the campus plan. Okay, so and then next, about in conclusion about scamming and scanning. In conclusion, scamming is fast reading, which is only done on important paragraphs or the main part of the discussion. Then it is usually applied again to students who wanna to take the exam, and automatically they will read the material again that has been presented, and they will only read the parts they think will be included in the exam, and not the whole thing. While about scanning is more about speed reading, but it's more specific. Regarding time, place, and also date or floor plan. For example, if we use a maps, our focus is only on the lines and arrows that guide the direction, so we don't see it as a whole. This is a called scanning. Okay, I think that's all from me about scheming and scanning. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.